Hello there, and welcome to day number 79. My name is Mary, and today's story name is Ehud's Present. Uda's Present. Okay, the first nation to come from another land against the Israelites was Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia. That's the name. It's a long name and hard to pronounce altogether. I hope you understand, as English is my second language. Okay, I go on. Their king led his army into the land and made the Israelites serve him 8 years. Then they cried to the Lord, and the Lord sent them Othniel. He set the people free from the Mesopotamians, ruling as long as he lived, and kept them faithful to the Lord. Othniel was the first of the judges of Israel. But after Othniel died, the people again began to worship images, and again fell under the power of their enemies. This time it was the Moabites who attacked Israel. Their king was named Eglon, and he was very hard in his rule over the Israelites. Again, they cried to the Lord, and God called a man named Ehud to set the people free. One day, Ehud came to visit King Eglon, who was ruling over the land. He said, "I have a present from my people to the king. Let me go into his palace and see him." They let Ehud into the palace, and he gave the king a present. Then he went out. But soon he came back and said, "I have a message to the king that no one else can hear. Let me see the king alone." As he had just brought a present, they supposed he was a friend of the king. Then, too, he had no sword on the side where men carried their swords, but Ehud was left-handed, and he carried a short, sharp sword out of sight under his garment. He went into the room where King Eglon was sitting alone and said, "I have a message from the Lord to you, and this is the message." He drew out his sword and drove it into the king's body so suddenly that the king died without a sound. Ehud left the sword in the body of the king and went out quietly by the rear door. The servants of the king thought he was asleep in his room, and for a while did not go in to see why he was so still. When they found him dead, Ehud was far away. Ehud blew a trumpet, called his people together, and led them against the Moabites. They were so helpless without their king that Ehud and his men easily drove them out of Israel and set the people free. Ehud became the second judge over the land. After that, it was many years before someone else ruled over Israel. The next enemies of Israel were the Philistines, who lived on the shore of the Great Sea on the west. They came up from the plain against the Israelites, but Shamgar, the third judge, met them with a company of farmers who drove the Philistines back with their ox gods and kept them from ruling over the land. And that was the word of the Lord. Now, the discussion questions. Number 1. Who was the first judge of Israel? Who was the first judge of Israel? Number 2. What did he do for the Israelites? Number 2. What did he do for the Israelites? Number 3. Who was Ehud? Who was Ehud? Number 4. What did he do? What did he do? Number 5. What was the difference between the kings and the judges? What was the difference between the kings and the judges? Thank you again for another night together. May God bless us all, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.